And I'll just check if we're live on Facebook. Should be. Setting up your meeting for Facebook Live. Got a couple of questions. I think we're good. I think we're good. 2 o'clock. Tuesday. It's Tuesday. 2 o'clock. Time for Tuminds. Ask Tuminds. And I'm just going to check if
I've just
live.
checked Facebook.
Looks like it.
As I joined, it was me wiggling around in my seat with my mask on.
Okay. So here we go. Here we go.
I don't know how long I can keep this on.
A different look and feel. And it came about actually last week when we have our sort of 2-3 times a week meetings through Zoom. And I don't know who started. It's probably Emma. Or, I think it was Emma with the Batman. Batman, not outfit, but Batman face mask. And then we kept it going. So was it too small for you?
See all around here.
Yeah,
it's tiny.
I like your other hat as well, the witch's hat. That was
I'll save the witch's hat for next time.
Yeah. Very good. So here we are again, and luckily we got Emma again, because last week we missed Emma. It was the two of us, and we did manage. Alistair,
we scraped through.
Luckily, people didn't ask too many difficult questions. Otherwise, we would have been in trouble.
I'm sure I didn't even notice I was gone.
But here we are again. So on a weekly Ask Tuminds. So we have a couple of questions that people have asked through Instagram and Facebook, and primarily Instagram. I think seems to be the preferred platform.
Do you know, it surprises me. We seem to get the most questions from Instagram these days.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see. I'm also excited because a good friend of mine, Alistair from Irish Black Butter. I don't know if you've seen the latest Dragon's Den. I think it was on last night. Was it last night? I think it was actually, or Sunday. I don't remember. But he said on, I think that was Instagram as well, actually, again, that he would make an effort to go online. So I'll have to keep an eye on the chat to see if he's there. We also had some comments from other people who were almost there every week. Some people said I'll log in later because I've got something else. So hopefully we got this sort of a nice audience again. I don't know if you guys see chats, but I don't see.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can see Hazel's here.
Hazel, excellent. Oh, 18.
Alistair Bell from Irish Black.
That's the Irish Black Butter, and he usually wears a hat.
I'm sure I've seen him on. I want to say it's either Instagram or Twitter, and he's always got a nice hat on.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of hat envy.
I've met Alistair probably 2 years ago at Scottish Trade Fair and Food Show in Glasgow, and the guy's amazing. He's using. I actually used him as an example during the show. About how to bring out your personality on social media. And I'm just going to share my screen just now, just to show you who he is and what he does. There's Alistair. He's got a lovely accent, a lovely Irish accent.
I'm Alistair from Irish Black Butter. Thanks everyone who has been watching BBC Dragon's Den this evening. I had a fabulous time there with the Dragons, really loved it, and you do not know the half of what happened there. It was amazing.
So fabulous guy, and like you see, he always wears a hat. Every time you see he wears that hat. He's very passionate about his product. He's using social media big time. I don't know how many followers he's got up on Instagram, but we got introduced 1,500 followers. Nice, healthy sort of focus. And he's been using. And again, this is a perfect example of bringing out the personality of a business through social media, and I think that's a good use of social media. The product is fantastic as well. I think I might need to reorder again because I think we run out of it. But if you haven't tried it, try it. It's fabulous. So Alistair, welcome. This is your promo. This is your.
He also spells Alistair the correct way.
Yes. Indeed. Okay, hats off. Oh dear, I really need to go to the.
Yeah, hat back on.
Oh, hat back on. Maybe Alex does it for the same reason.
George Mackay's back to join us again.
Oh, George, excellent. From Egypt.
Good to see
So
you,
welcome.
George.
Welcome back, all of you. It's fantastic to have you here, almost on a weekly basis. So we'll go through a couple of questions that we have, and then some tips that we think. There's loads of stuff happening on social media. And almost every day we use our Slack platform to communicate with each other. And we've got a channel on Slack, a channel AskTuminds, and almost every day, or Emma or Alistair or myself post something in there because we notice something that is different on Instagram or Facebook or on Twitter. So there's lots of things happening, and again, focus on helping small businesses to survive and keep in touch with their audience. So just to go back to last week, we had a couple of questions that came in after we went live. Marion, I don't know if she's live now, but Marion is usually sort of online as well. And she was asking if it was possible to invite page admins to a Facebook Live. And I've looked at it actually. I think we featured that as well. Let's see if I can share my screen as well. They put that back. They actually removed it, and I think it's only on a mobile, if I'm correct. So I'm going to share with you, bringing back live with on Facebook. They actually removed it last year, but because of the COVID-19 virus, they actually put it back again. So you can invite another host on your Facebook Live. What I understand from this article is that it is, let's see, on mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mobile.
I wonder if it uses the same kind of technology as the Instagram one then.
Yeah.
Because that looks almost identical to how it looks on Instagram.
Yeah. Now, what we do here with Facebook Live, you see 3 people. There's actually, if you do Facebook Live, you can't do it with 3 people. You can only do it as a maximum for 2 people. And apparently just for the mobile, I guess you're right, Alistair, it's using the technology from Instagram. But we started the Zoom meeting, the 3 of us. And if you have a Zoom meeting, you can actually broadcast that live to Facebook and YouTube. And that's what we are using. And that was one of the questions, I think, someone else.
Yeah, I think somebody else was asking how to do that through Zoom.
Yeah. So you can indeed create a Zoom meeting. You can invite multiple people. And if you click on the 3 dots at the bottom of the navigation, you will see that you can broadcast live through Facebook. That's exactly what we're doing here. And you can also broadcast to Instagram in that sense. I've also heard a lot in the last week, actually, a lot about OBS. Is that correct, Alistair?
Yep.
OBS, yeah?
Yep.
Not OSB, OBS.
OBS, yeah.
Yeah. And what is it?
Oh, are you asking me? Sorry, I thought you were almost like using a leading sentence.
No. Well, that's enough for me. That's enough for me.
To the extent a streaming or a stream sharing platform or a video recording kind of tool.
Yeah.
We talked about it, Alistair. It was the week that we did Instagram. We were talking about it then, I think, weren't we?
Yeah.
Was it just the 2 of us on the call that time? Is that right? Yes, it was. Yeah. So OBS stands for Open Broadcaster Software, and it's free, which is really quite nice. The important thing is, though, that you get your authentication key for, similar to Zoom for sharing to Facebook or to Twitter or to YouTube. You get a little authentication key so that it can push the video content from your desktop piece of software. Oh, there you go, Rennie. Perfect. So you can push that across easily. What is quite nice, and Rennie's just kind of clicking on it just now, is that there is a scene element where you can set up almost like custom views. So you could have, for talking sake, Rennie in one corner with a web page, and you could have scrolling questions going on the bottom and stuff like that. So it's a really nice platform. And as I say, one of the major benefits of it is that it's free.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about it, Rennie, because somebody had asked if you can live stream from Instagram onto Facebook at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Indeed.
So that's
Yeah. let's see if I can. So this is, for example, week 6. We're already in week 6. I think it's week 7 of the lockdown, but we have week 6 or so. So in this sort of scene, like you said, you can do that, but you can also add something else. I think I tried it actually last night. Here, for example, you can.
It may pop up and tell you you're using your webcam.
I'm using the webcam indeed. That's there as well. But you can put your webcam in there as well. But it looks pretty good actually. It's quite. But it's amazing once you've heard something about the platform. You seem to hear it.
I will be back in 1 second. And my child is shouting to let me know he's locked himself in the bathroom.
Oh no!
I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah, don't worry.
You okay?
But it's amazing once you hear about it. Alistair has been mentioning it a while ago, a couple of months ago, and you liked it was mentioned a couple of weeks ago as well. And that's the thing, you know. I downloaded it because you need to download it, and then I started to play around with it. But that's always with new things, you know. We don't know where to do it, so I have to admit, I went to YouTube, typed in tutorial OBS.
Yeah.
Within 30 minutes, I got it working. But it's and I think I'm going to use it for next sort of Facebook Lives, for example, because you can upload sort of your messages. I think you can upload. Everything okay there?
Yeah. He likes to play with the lock when he goes to the toilet, and somehow he's like, yeah, I'm stuck. But you can open it from the other side.
Great to be young, huh? So now, was you're saying, you know, I've downloaded OBS and looked at some YouTube videos, and within 30 minutes I was able to sort of do stuff there. But I think we might be able to use it for next Facebook Lives, because I think you can overlay stuff and upload messages.
So for talking sake, you had your nice picture where it was week 6, week 7, whatever it was. In theory, you could make that small and put it in the bottom corner. You could have the current question that we're answering down the right-hand side of the screen, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, sounds good.
Or actually, what you could also have is you could probably pull in a partial window with the Facebook chat. So the Facebook chat.
Yes, indeed. That's what I was looking for. Indeed.
So that's window capture, if I remember rightly, from the options.
Okay, excellent. No, it was just a sort of an hour I played around with it. But, I mean, you need some. It was the first time you see it, you think, oh my god, where what do I do now? But then YouTube is always a good sort of platform to sort of find fabulous videos on how to do that. And I'm just on the subject of YouTube. Are there people online just now? And I'm just looking at the comments. Are there people online just now that are actually creating videos just now? Maybe tutorials or walkarounds or some. Oops. Oh, there goes my bad hair again. Oh, no, this is terrible. I think I'll stick to the hat, Alistair. But if there are people on here on the chat on Facebook Live looking at creating videos or already made videos, we'd be happy to hear and see. And I think it's a great opportunity now where, you know, we can't go out, we can't do things. Maybe you can have a look at creating videos from photos or video snippets and all that sort of stuff. I'm just looking at the comments, and Alistair says, "Some in the post very soon, Renee." Okay, cool, excellent. That's what you get if you promote businesses on Facebook. You get freebies. Hold on to your hat. George says, hi, hello, guys. George says, no, but I want to get started with live stream drawing. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's digital drawing that you do, isn't it, George?
I think it is, actually.
It's like all done digitally, I'm pretty sure.
That's something that you like as well, Alistair.
I was going to say something like OBS would be fantastic for that side, because you can just set up to, for talking sake, if he's drawing an Illustrator, you could just have it to record just Illustrator.
Yeah, excellent. What I want to say, forgot what I want to say.
John's saying that he's popped some videos up on his Orkney Trike Tours channel.
Yeah, I saw that. John from Orkney. I think there was some snow on Orkney. I was chatting to someone, well, not chatting, an email from someone in Orkney said it snowed. So here is just heavy rain. No, I know now what I want to say, and I think actually it would be a good sort of thing to discuss. Kate McDonald from Needlesmith, she asked that question as well with videos. She's creating videos, and she's looking. I mean, we all got those tripods for creating videos, but what do you use if you want to show people you're drawing or you're knitting something? Because your phone needs to be face down, and you've got all sort of things to sort of hold your phone like a tripod. Is there something that can keep your phone like that? Because I've seen videos like that as well, where you see people's hands.
This is where I'm going to show this off again. So this, in theory, this part, you can put your webcam and it clips onto the desk.
Right.
So in theory, if I wanted to record my hands, I could pull this over and put my cam onto here. I just have it, so it's just like my desk area.
Yeah. Excellent. Amazon, no doubt.
That was Amazon for, I want to say, about £9.
Wow. Okay. And there was an extra light on it as well.
Yeah, that's the one with the kind of ring light as well. With it's got like 3 different kind of shades that come off it as well. The other thing I was going to say is one of my friends and former colleagues, he's been recording almost similar to kind of George. It's like comic book kind of work that he's been doing. And he actually just used his phone and he kind of propped it up just using other books so that it was angled just over his workspace. I think he has a shelf beside him and he kind of has his phone on the side. And again, it's just the downward kind of look.
Excellent. I mean, there's so much video content now. I saw BBC News this morning, and it was a sort of a famous hairdresser for the celebrities. And because, well, I only have to show you this. There's a lot of people.
This is obviously your hairdresser, right?
There's obviously people struggling with their hair.
Yeah.
He creates I think on Instagram, he said sort of videos on how to cut hair properly. So I might as well have a look at that.
I should have looked at that before I cut my husband's hair.
Hazel says, hi Hazel, good to see you as well. Hazel Jewelry, that would be great for me at the bench making jewelry. Yeah, something like that, sort of thing to hold your phone and then make the jewelry. I think these videos are really, really good. And this is the time to create them, because it's good to share now, but also for later content. I think video content is good content to sort of reuse over and over again for a longer period. And anything that you're
asking where I got the ring light and the cam stand. I'll grab a link to it on Amazon and I'll pop it in the chat for you.
That's good. Yeah. Emma, I know you're spending a lot of time on Instagram. You're an Instagram lover, user. And I think, have you seen anything on the Instagram videos that sort of grabbed your attention?
Recently, like tutorials and things, you mean?
Yeah, tutorials, or because last week George from Egypt was online.
Yeah.
And he was talking about I think videos then as well. George says, where do you get that? Yeah, Amazon. Alistair is doing that. So it's just because we talked. Another question that came in is about the grid on Instagram.
Yes. Yeah, that was how to style it, wasn't it? The question was, so to show a picture in the grid across the 3 images in a line, or 2 lines, or 9 images. So the question was, is there a tool to do that, or is it cutting and pasting? Yeah, it's definitely a tool. I think it would be a lot of work to try and do that manually.
Yeah.
So I found one called Planoly. I haven't used it, but I can put the link into the article that mentions that one for planning the grid. And you found another one as well, Rene, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it. I closed so I need to go back into the chat. Oh yeah, here, photo split. That looks pretty good as well. I'll see if I can share my screen again.
So I think the thing when you're doing, because I do see quite a lot of accounts doing that, and one example I had was a shoe shop near us, and they had the kind of shoes split over 3 or 6 images. And if you are going to do that, it's good to put like one of like the number on each one, because obviously when you get just the one image on its own, it's depending on what the full kind of picture is that you're doing. it might look a bit odd. So when I see people doing it, they have 1 of 6 or 2 of 6 to kind of indicate which one it is. So, but yeah, we can share the link to that one.
Yeah, we share the links because that was a question from last week as well. How do you create a sort of a grid on Instagram? Instagram is all about the visual, and you see some accounts, so usually the bigger brands and everything, there are very sort of the last 6 or 9, usually the 9 photos are fitting into one image in that sense, or the last 3 or 6 in that sense. So there are tools available to do that on your phone as well. And I downloaded both of them to play around with them. It seems pretty simple to do. We share the links in the comments. And I see that Alice has shared the link to George, to Amazon, and Hazel enjoys that as too. I have one of those animal props. Okay, I saw some.
How do we look? Photo split that you were just talking about is also available on Android as well.
Oh, perfect.
I know that when you had a wee look, it was on Apple, so it is available on Android too.
Excellent. Let's see. So we featured the page admin on Facebook. That is possible. Instagram, we did the Instagram grid. Any other questions that we have? I don't think we have too many questions this week. Oh, here we go. The split, photo split. Yep.
That's the Apple and Android links just in the chat for anyone that's curious at looking at them.
I had a look at these things, and especially photo split was very intuitive actually to do that. Most of them have sort of paid functionality as well, so you need to look out for that. I'm just looking at our AskTuminds channel, guys, on Slack. Just what you've been sharing over the last couple of days, and there's new updates from Facebook and Pinterest, I noticed.
Yeah, when I was on Instagram yesterday, I noticed the new support small business stories. Have you guys seen that when you go into your stories?
One of my friends actually shared it on her story.
So when I went into Instagram, it was the first story that I saw, support small business.
Oh,
so I clicked into it and then actually went through to a couple that had
I don't know if I can show this. Don't know how well we can see this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It moved.
So yeah.
So that's this, like, that's what I've got as well, Emma. So it's like the first story, the support small business. That's friends that have shared stuff.
So I used it today to we've got a flower field nearby, and Flora and I went and picked some tulips, and then I took a picture and then shared, support small business. I think it's brilliant. I think it's really good. And
absolutely.
The article that I was reading about when it was saying that this is new, it was saying it's really good. Businesses could then think about, right, who can I reach out to, and friends or influencers, or who can share my business on their stories, and then they can once they've been tagged in it, then they can share it on their stories as well. So,
very good. Yeah.
And I think the article also talked about how on Facebook they're also trying to encourage people to do the same. So there was a notification when you went on saying share a small business you love, and just trying to get them to do the same thing on Facebook.
Yeah. There's a lot of love for small businesses, Edwin. I think, and although this is a negative thing, I think a lot of positives will come out of it, and people realizing, especially after when this is all over, it's sort of the small businesses now have it amazingly difficult, and it's good to support them. And I see a lot of, there's lots of groups, Facebook groups. There's an internet sort of delivery and group where people promoting restaurants and cafes that are delivering cakes and food and all that sort of stuff. So it's I know it's not the same as having your shop or restaurant open, but it's definitely something that is a good initiative to sort of support. A lot of people luckily are using that.
I love how many businesses have kind of got involved in that aspect of, we're closed but we can still deliver you food. For some reason I really like it.
Yeah,
but it's kind of changed the game a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And Swain from Orkney, I think you had some snow this morning, Swain. I was speaking to someone from Orkney this morning who mentioned there was a bit of snow, and Swain said as well, I've seen a couple of those posts as well of small businesses in that sense. So Yeah, and that's I think a good thing that will come out of these, a lot more sort of awareness of people buying local, and I think that's a good thing to do. And okay, you can't always order things local, so we still need Amazon. But you know, if there's an opportunity to do it local, and also, I mean, we hear it all the time from our clients. You know, this is what has happened now is that not every business was sort of geared up to the e-commerce, especially e-commerce bits where, you know, it's we don't need e-commerce, or yes, we will have an online shop at some point, but you know, it costs a lot of money, or this, that, and that. And there's definitely a drive towards going online, selling online.
Yeah.
As well. So I think that's a good one.
Is it maybe worth, just while we're talking about that e-commerce side of things, showcasing Scotland by Mail?
I think that's a good.
I know we've not really spoken about it much on.
No, that's right.
These Facebook Live sessions. I'm more just thinking if there is anyone out there that's looking to access easy e-commerce as such.
Yeah.
It might be worth, even if you don't mind, Randy, for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, no,
thanks
for reminding me of that. It's very good. And I'm reading a comment from Swain. Kirk Ness and Gordy have a great delivery service going. And Swanna Brewery, yeah, I've seen Swanna Brewery. Well, yeah.
Maybe they should deliver to us.
Yeah. Well, if we mention them a couple of times.
Yeah. So brewery. And
So,
coffee. We need to find a coffee supplier.
Coffee supplier, definitely coffee supplier. So what Alistair was saying, we've recently launched an e-commerce platform called Scotland by Mail, and that actually came about because of shops and businesses closing the doors, not able to sell the products. But we both Alistair and Emma knows as well, when we deliver the workshops, you know, there's definitely a sort of a desire to go online, but there's this fear factor, cost too much and all that sort of stuff, and it's difficult. So we decided to set up an e-commerce platform called Scotland by Mail very quickly. And what it does is you can buy from small independent shops directly. And it allows you, look at that, that's lovely. Who doesn't like red squirrels?
Oh, Rennie, all we can see is your desktop.
Oh, sorry. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, okay.
All your sound
that's because I moved. That's because I moved. Thanks for making me aware of that. I could have spent another half an hour saying how nice it is. You my very messy desktop, which I
actually thought that looks quite tidy.
No, I need to clean it up actually. Anyway, can you see Scotland by Mail now?
I've shared the link in the chat as well, just in case.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Did
you do see it? Huh? You do see it on your.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So this is a platform, and it's free. We don't charge. We don't charge commission. We just want to make it easier for people, for businesses, small businesses, to sell the products online. And this is the red squirrel I was talking about. So we've got different sort of articles. We actually got now I think 85 shops on it. So new arrivals, for example, there's a lot of this jewelry we have as well. Look at that. And these are all from small independent shops all over Scotland. So they can upload their own products there. And we've already had sales because this is for us a good case study in that sense, to say, you know, instead of saying you need to do this, you need to do that, let's do it ourselves. So a lot of learning here as well. What shit happens. Here we go. So there's lots of I'll see if I can see some shop members. Let's see if I can change that. Sellers, I think, yeah. So this is just one, and we actually sold this product. He took it off now, but it was sold. Let's have a look. We've got about 85 sellers all over Scotland. not everybody has filled in their like always, Alistair, we always say, make sure you fill in the whole thing. Some people do, some people don't. But here are 5 pages of sellers, and it's smoked salmon, coffee, Alistair.
Oh, brilliant! Is that one down towards Cairngorms?
Yeah, that's right. That's the coffee. I think that's the king. Is this? I think it is actually. Yeah, I think it is. So you can order coffee. There's all lots of stuff, and it's even our social media cushion covers I've put on there. That was was my product to test it out. But this has been a great sort of learning curve for us to set up an e-commerce, because we do work with a lot of e-commerce businesses and we do give them advice, but we never had data to show. And especially when we now deliver a workshop, we can actually now sort of show how people found us, and it's at the moment it's mainly do Facebook and Instagram. We did a campaign on Instagram and Facebook. The sales that we had actually came from Facebook, more or less. So we've got different sort of things here as well. So it's a nice sort of easy. Look at this, quite nice.
Swain's asking in the chat if you know if Kirkwall Bids promoted it at all to its members because he thinks it could be valuable. And yeah, George is asking, are there any qualifying criteria to joining?
The only criteria is that you have to run a business in Scotland, and would be nice is handmade or something like art and craft, or that type of business. But any type of business that is suffering from sales going down, not being able to sell their products. From the moment we launched, we actually sold, what was it? Was it books? Yeah, it was 3 books, I think. Yeah.
I was going to say the first thing was books that went, wasn't it?
Yeah, books. Yeah. I think children books as well, actually.
In my head, it's kind of like a Scottish Etsy.
Yeah. Yeah, but these books, actually, activity books. You can imagine, and this was a customer from England bought 3 of those for her family members that she wasn't able to visit, so they bought books, and it's all the proceeds go to the shop owners. We don't take any commission, but it's been fantastic to see the support that we're getting from local business, the feedback we're getting from people by email, and it's just been a fantastic sort of learning experience for us as well, which we can use for our workshops, our Google Analytics workshops, our e-commerce workshops, all that sort of stuff. So, and it's been great fun to help out, and it's amazing stuff that we've learned over time. So we'll start promoting it a little bit more over time as well. Emma is a great blog writer. She loves small businesses as well. She knows a lot of small businesses, and it would be nice to sort of do all the things that we say to people,
to practice what we preach.
Something like that. Yeah. So thanks for reminding me of that. That's I should have mentioned earlier, but we've been so busy with other things as well. But this was a nice project to work on in the background. But it's growing arms and legs, actually. It's last night we were busy till midnight, I think, to sort of deal with a couple of things that needed to be sorted and everything. So as you know, there's always something in digital. So here we go. Have we got other comments?
Swain shared a similar kind of website which covers the Scottish Islands.
Oh yeah, I like 20 something with 20.
Mm-hmm.
Which is again a great example of businesses working together. And that's what I love. I just got a new order in.
Oh,
I love that.
And John Foster's wondering if it's only for products or could he sell vouchers on it?
That will come, actually. I didn't know if you heard the ka-ching. Did you hear that ka-ching?
No.
That's the Shopify feature. So I've got Shopify on my phone. Every time there's a sale, you hear the sort of ka-ching.
So it's like a cash register.
Yeah. And sure enough, someone bought something for £22. Excellent. Oh, this is great. Must be because we promoted it just now. Here we go. Excellent. So let's see if we got other questions. Oh, here, 36 comments. Gee, I missed out on some comments.
I think I've kind of read the vast majority of them as we've
Okay.
gone, Rennie, so I don't think you should have missed anything.
Yeah. So coming back to John's question, are we able to sell vouchers? Yes, we will be able to sell vouchers. We wanted to focus on products first, but there's definitely in Shopify you can sell vouchers as well. So we'll keep you guys posted on that as well. I think especially now is a great time to sell vouchers indeed. A good blog to read, curtnessandglory.blog from Swain. What is that about? Off the top of your head, Renee. Well, the reason I've got the hat, is because of my hair. You've
not embraced the trend that I've been seeing on social media of just shaving your head.
Was that, sorry?
You've not embraced the kind of social media trend of shaving your head.
No.
I noticed a lot of, and I do use the term lightly, celebrities that have been going for the quarantine haircut of just shaving it all off.
Oh yeah, no, that's a step too far for me.
I would do it, but I've got a bit of a football head on the go, so I don't really think I should.
No. At my age, you want to keep the hair, not. Swain says you're doing great as a team there. Yeah, that's what I think. I love these sort of weekly get-togethers. I know we've got our team meetings where we discuss sort of business stuff, but this is almost like a coffee chat without the coffee, I have to say, and the cake.
Yeah, I've got nothing this week.
No. I know. But yeah, this is a great way to sort of a little bit of chat, a little banter. No, we have no agenda. Just trying to sort of help out where we can. Okay.
On the note of, you were talking about Shopify, I'm sure that was on Emma's kind of list of updates as well, right? There was a Pinterest Shopify update.
That was to do with Pinterest, yeah. So I just saw that they had announced that they'd updated their Shopify app. So they've now got the option for people to use this app to quickly put their product catalog into shoppable pins. So I think, was it a couple of weeks ago we were talking about, was it on the Instagram one, Alistair? We were talking about how people are shopping more, obviously, at the moment.
Yeah.
And so Pinterest stats had gone up. And so I think, yeah, they're doing as much as they can to try and help people, businesses get their products easily on and into shoppable pins. So I don't know if that's actually all rolled out or if it's coming out. Sometimes with these, sorry.
But no, it was rolled out in the US first. They're trying out these things in the US first, but it will definitely come to the UK.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Sometimes with these articles where I'm reading the updates, it's already happened in the States, but it's coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was another one.
The other thing I've learned as well, and what we always say, do you see a Facebook page now, Scott, on my mail?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Facebook page. We obviously create a Facebook page, and you know, you've got the shop functionality on Facebook as well. And because we're using Shopify, you can import all your products into the Facebook shop.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
So and that's so I didn't have to do that one by one, which would be a nightmare to do.
Yeah.
It's a bit like you said, Emma, about Pinterest. You can connect your Shopify to Facebook page, and then it imports all your products and your pricing and all that sort of stuff into there as well. So it's and especially I think Pinterest and Instagram are indeed the platforms to sell products. That's definitely, I think, the two most successful platforms to sell your products on Instagram and Pinterest. And that's you're absolutely right, Emma. The stats prove it as well, that more and more people are now, because they can't go out to buy stuff, they have to go online. And I know when the beginning of the coronavirus broke out, a lot of people felt guilty by saying, "Oh, should I still be selling stuff?" And you know, yes, because you need to survive, but also people still have the birthdays and the anniversaries, and they want to give people sort of presents and everything. So you know, it's a good time to to focus more on your digital presence in that sense. Cool. Swain is very active. I noticed the traffic on rural estate agents had gone through the roof. Yeah, indeed. Funny enough, the same in Inverness. I was reading an article online about Inverness estate agents as well. There's more and more people keen to probably to move up north from down from England, probably to sort of once this is all over, to sort of come and live in Scotland. I've read the same thing about Inverness as well. Maybe everyone is moving to the country after lockdown. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, perfect, excellent, cool. Okay, I've cleared my desk with the questions that we had. Alistair have been busy sort of updating with links and everything.
The only thing I'm going to post a link to OBS as well, just while I remember.
Oh yeah, okay. And I think the three of us will sort of test OBS as well, just to, it's a good exercise for us. And again, I think we can share with everybody else what it can do for your business. But I think the thing for today is indeed video content, which is becoming more and more important to sort of create, share on social media, and Instagram is a good platform for that, tutorials, but also YouTube, obviously, and Facebook in that sense. What would you, Alistair, what would you recommend? I've heard that enough as well. If you have a video, should you post a link to your Facebook page from YouTube, or should you upload it direct to Facebook? What's your any thoughts on that?
Is this if you're just recording a video? Sorry, Randy.
No, if you have a video, created a video, and you want to upload it to Facebook, and some people upload it to YouTube first and then share the link on Facebook.
I would normally always put it straight onto Facebook, just with it being native video content. Don't get me wrong, it's fantastic if you can push people from Facebook to your YouTube channel and stuff like that, but just to get the most out of it on Facebook, I would normally encourage uploading it directly onto Facebook.
Yeah, indeed. No, I was hoping you would say that.
Phew! I've passed the test. I can come back next Tuesday.
To be honest, I knew you would say that. So, but yeah, native videos are best to share them on the platform itself. Funny enough, I had a question from not someone that joined AskTuminds, but they had a problem with if they shared a video from YouTube to Twitter, it didn't show the video. It showed a little icon and then the text, and that's because they on YouTube they clicked share this on Twitter.
Yeah,
and that's obviously not the greatest thing to do.
Yeah, especially that video, because you want the video to obviously captivate your audience, compared to them thinking, oh, it's just a link that I'm clicking on.
Yeah. If you, I mean, we have a test Facebook page, which is not published. We all have access to it, and I use that regularly, I have to say, just to find out how is this content going to look when I post it on my official Facebook page. I'll try it out on my training at Tuminds page, which is not published, nobody sees it. So you can play around, does this video show quite right? And we do the same for Twitter and Instagram. I've got a sort of my own personal account. Nobody follows me. It's a private account, so I can try out things, and the same for Twitter as well. So it's a good way of trying out things, because if you do all those work with videos and it doesn't show quite right on your Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, then the response is probably going to be a lot less. So I'll put that in as my last tip. Post videos on the platform on Facebook. Do it on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Cool, great stuff. Well, thank you very much for that. For the team, we're going to try out OBS at some point. With Alistair, I'm going to try out Microsoft Teams.
You sound thrilled.
I mean, this morning I did a WebEx meeting. I've not used WebEx for probably 10 years or something. But again, you've got WebEx, you got Whereby, you got Zoom, you got Skype, you got Microsoft Teams, you got Google Hangouts. Emma mentioned Google Hangouts as well. So I
actually did a poll on Twitter last night. on my personal Twitter account, and I'm actually just going to log in just to see what they were. I was curious to know what people were using for their videos. So let me just see if there's any numbers that we can see. So this is a very, 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 very small sample size, but essentially I've asked, are you using Microsoft Teams, Zoom, or something else?
Mm-hmm.
And 46% of people have said Zoom.
I was going to say, yeah,
indeed. Zoom got a lot of stick. We mentioned Zoom in one of our earlier AskTuminds, but I think they stepped up their game tremendously, and I can see that the Zoom that we're doing live on Facebook is encrypted, so nobody can hijack it and all this sort of stuff, I guess. But yeah, I think if I compare it with the others, I think Zoom beats them. It's so easy to use. Alistair says, thank you very much. Alistair Bell, excellent, thank you. Hazel asked, so you make up an account only you know about to test? Absolutely. So under my Rennie Looper, I've created a Facebook page called Training Tuminds. I unpublished it straight away. I made Emma and Alistair admin as well, so we have access to it, and that's where we test things. And I love Swain's comment about testing, especially in the IT industry. It's nothing worse than posting something on Facebook and it looks horrible and think, oh no. You delete it, you post it again, it looks slightly better, but you delete it again, and in the meantime your followers are getting lots of messages. So yeah, test it beforehand is always a good and we do it regularly on Instagram and Twitter. I'm not quite sure how it's going to show. Test it. Cool. Okay, guys, thank you very much for today's hour. I hope you enjoyed it, and it's good to see people regularly coming back and some new people joining us as well. So thank you very much for that. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week, same time, AskTuminds, Tuesday, 2 p.m. And we'll see you there. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy, and looking forward to my Irish black butter in the post. I'll mention it one more time, Irish black butter. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Stay healthy. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.